Good morning. In the earlier lecture, we talked about definition of complex function and exponential functions and their properties. After that, I think we worked out few problems. And the next article is circular functions and their properties. Video started. Yes. Circular functions and their properties. You are aware of various trigonometric functions: sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, sec or secant, cosec or quotient, etc. Cosecant, etc. These trigonometric functions are expressed for the angles. Sine of certain angle, cosine of certain angle, tangent of certain angle, sec of certain angle, cosec of certain angle, cot of certain angle, like that. How do we define sin theta? Sin theta is defined as ratio of the opposite side to angle theta to the hypotenuse. Sin theta. Length of opposite side of theta divided by the hypotenuse. Cos theta, length of adjacent side of theta divided by length of hypotenuse. Tan theta, opposite length of opposite side of theta divided by length of adjacent side of theta. It means that whenever we talk of the trigonometric functions are always expressed in terms of ratios of lengths of the right angle triangle corresponding to the angle theta. I have written only 3 trigonometric functions. You can go for cot, you can go for sec, you can go for cosec. Trigonometric functions are always expressed in terms of ratios of lengths of the right angle triangle corresponding to the angle theta in the right angle triangle. Trigonometric ratios are always corresponding to ratios of lengths of various sides of a right angle triangle. Trigonometric functions can be called circular functions. The thought of considering trigonometric functions as circular functions is to extend the idea of these trigonometric functions to any triangle. The thought of considering trigonometric functions as circular functions is to extend the way to extend the idea of these trigonometric functions to any triangle. Let us consider a unit circle. What is unit circle? The circle with radius is equal to 1. Unit circle is a circle with radius is equal to 1. Let us suppose that here we have a unit circle this way. We have drawn a unit circle. After drawing the unit circle, draw xy coordinate plane in the unit circle such that origin of the xy coordinate plane will be center of the circle. That is, x-axis, y-axis, this will form the xy plane, two-dimensional coordinate system. Origin of the two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system is at the center of this circle. We have considered this circle as unit circle. So this length is 1, this length is 1, this length is 1, this length is 1. That is, radius of this circle is 1. Now, let us draw a right angle triangle. This xy plane has divided the circle into 4 quadrants. XY plane has divided this unit circle into 4 quadrants, 4 identical parts. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Let us draw a right angle triangle in the first quadrant. This is a right angle triangle drawn in the first quadrant. Hypotenuse of the right angle triangle is a radius of the circle. This is known as one leg, this is known as other leg. This is horizontal leg of the right angle triangle, vertical leg of the right angle triangle, hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. The two sides of the right angle triangle forming a 90 degree, the two sides this side and this side, which forms 90 degree with each other. These two sides are known as legs of the right angle triangle. This side and this side, these two sides are known as legs of the right angle triangle. The horizontal leg is lying on the x-axis. Vertical leg meets the hypotenuse on the circle. Vertical leg is parallel to y-axis. It meets the hypotenuse on the circle. This is a single point. Let us suppose this is a point P. Coordinates of this point P are x and y. These are rectangular coordinates. Let me consider this as x, this as y, this as r. Length of horizontal leg of the right angle triangle is x. Length of vertical leg of the right angle triangle is y. Length of the hypotenuse is r. Use this right angle triangle and write sin theta cos theta for this angle, and that will be sin theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, that is y divided by r. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, that is x divided by r. From this and this equation we can write y is equal to r sin theta, x is equal to r cos theta. What is this y? This coordinate. What is this x? This coordinate. It means that coordinates of any point on the circle can be specified by the trigonometric functions. This is unit circle, so this r is 1, this r is 1. It means that y is simply sin theta, x is cos theta. As this is unit circle, for unit circle r is equal to 1, therefore x is equal to cos theta, y is equal to sin theta. What is the meaning of this? It means that coordinate of any point on a unit circle, coordinates, rectangular coordinates of any point on the unit circle can be found simply by expressing the trigonometric functions, simply by using the trigonometric functions, that is using sin theta and cos theta. We can express the rectangular coordinates x and y of any point on a unit circle. Such functions are known as circular functions. A circle is used for this. Such functions are known as circular functions. Trigonometric functions are known as circular functions. Trigonometric functions are known as circular functions. After having known about the circular functions, let us explain, let us discuss properties of circular functions. Properties of circular function. First property is the trigonometric functions are circular functions. The trigonometric functions are circular functions. We can call the trigonometric functions as circular functions. This is first property of circular functions. Second property. When trigonometric functions are defined as circular functions, when trigonometric functions are defined as circular function, special values of trigonometric functions special values of trigonometric functions can be found on the unit circle, can be seen on the unit circle. When trigonometric functions are defined as circular functions, special values of the trigonometric functions can be found, can be seen on the unit circle. Second property of circular functions. After that, third property. If length of arc is 0 from a point 10, if length of arc if length of arc is 0 from the point 10, then sine of that arc is 0, cos of that arc is 1, tan of that arc is 0. Third property, if length of an arc is 0, from where the arc is found? From 10. From the point 10, the arc is found on the unit circle, and if length of this arc is 0, for any curvature, angle theta is defined as arc divided by radius. For unit circle, radius is 1, and therefore this theta is simply equal to arc. If this arc is 0, theta will be 0. If theta is 0, sin theta is 0, that is sine of that arc is 0, cos of that arc is 1, tan of that arc is 0. Then we can find the sines and cosines of real variables, real numbers. Sines, cosines, tans, secs, etc. can be found for any real number. Whenever we have the argument is, argument theta or argument arc is a real number, it is possible for us to define sine of that real argument, cosine of that real argument, tangent of that real argument, etc. So it is possible to define, it is possible to find trigonometric ratios, trigonometric values of trigonometric functions for any real argument. Point number 4. Point number 5. How are the values of the trigonometric functions in the 4 quadrants? Whenever we consider a plane defined by 2-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, that plane is always divided into 4 quadrants. Whenever a plane is defined by 2-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, that plane is always divided into 4 quadrants. We can define all the trigonometric functions in the first quadrant, in the second quadrant, in the third quadrant, as well as in the fourth quadrant. How will be these trigonometric functions in the first quadrant, in the second quadrant, in the third quadrant, and in the fourth quadrant? How to remember? What will be the signs of these trigonometric functions in these 4 different quadrants? Just remember one sentence. Use this sentence. Using this sentence, you can find the sign of any trigonometric function in any of the 4 quadrants. What sentence you need to remember? You need to remember only this sentence. All science teachers are crazy. All science teachers are crazy. If you remember this sentence, you can remember signs of all the trigonometric functions in all the 4 quadrants. Let us see how to use this sentence to remember the signs of all the trigonometric functions in the 4 quadrants. Let me divide the given plane into 4 quadrants. Here. first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, all use here in the first quadrant. All trigonometric functions in the first quadrant are positive. So all from the sentence, all science teachers are crazy, use all here in the first quadrant. Use science in the second quadrant. Science, second quadrant, only sine and cosine, only sine and cosec, only sine and its reciprocal cosec are positive in the second quadrant. All remaining are negative. Cosine, sec, tan, cot are negative in the second quadrant. Now use the word teacher in the third quadrant. Use teacher in the third quadrant. Only tan and cot will be positive. Sine will be negative. Cosec will be negative. Cos will be negative. Sec will be negative. What left now? Crazy. Use the word crazy in the fourth quadrant. Cos and sec are only positive in the fourth quadrant. Remaining sine, cosec, tan, cot are negative. Okay, so this way, just remembering the sentence, all science teachers are crazy, we can remember the nature of trigonometric functions, the nature of all the trigonometric functions in all the four quadrants. All the trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant. Only sine and cosec are positive in the second quadrant, remaining are negative. Only tan and cot are positive in the third quadrant, remaining are negative. Only cos and sec are positive in the fourth quadrant, remaining are negative. This is also important property of the circular functions. Let us go for next important property of circular functions. It is about the fundamental identities. There are too many fundamental identities. Let me just put here because you know all these. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin theta is equal to 1 divided by cosec theta. In other words, cosec theta is equal to 1 divided by sin theta. Similarly, cos theta is 1 divided by sec theta. In other words, sec theta is reciprocal of cos theta. Then tan theta is reciprocal of cot theta. In other words, cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. Then tan theta is equal to sin theta divided by cos theta. Cot theta is equal to cos theta divided by sin theta. Then 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Similarly, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Then cos theta is equal to e to the power I theta plus e to the power minus I theta divided by 2. Sin theta is equal to e to the power I theta minus e to the power minus I theta divided by 2i. All these are the properties of circular function. I may go for many more, but these are sufficient. You are knowing most of these already. This is about circular functions and their properties. Hope you got it. Thank you.